Today, we are reacting and talking about a clip that is titled, "He's Perfect, but I Want a Divorce." What can we learn from this lady's story? And are there any statistics that helps us to understand what's happening here? There's a few. I'm gonna try not to keep y'all too long. Y'all see how many minutes is in the video, so y'all know if I did a good job of that.
Push play.
Earlier this year, I told my husband I wanted a divorce. I walked myself through the logistics of where would I live, how would we split the time with the kids, who gets the dog, all of those things, okay? I feel like I have been searching for something in my relationship that we don't have for the whole time we've been married, which has been 10 years.
Okay, I'm asking as a husband to a wife.
I see where this is going. It's a trap.
Do you empathize with, she said she feels like she's been searching for something the whole time that they were married. So it wasn't there in the beginning, obviously. Because I'm just wondering if this is something that women might be feeling a lot.
Okay, well, I can't necessarily relate, but I guess I can empathize because you grow, you change, people change. There are things that were there in the beginning of our relationship that's not there now.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because we're different people. We're not 100% the same. And yeah, sometimes it's just like, there might be a longing or a wanting of something that one once had. So I guess I can understand where she's coming from. Well, actually, no, because I'm confused. Because I'm like, if it was never there, then why did you guys get married?
Good question. I
guess that's weird.
Well, that's sus.
There is not a single thing about my husband in and of himself that I do not love. He is the most self-disciplined, loyal, hardworking, good person that you could meet. And that is the reason why I have not left. Our relationship and what my expectations are not met. I can't be myself with my husband. And it's really confusing because...
What?
Yeah, it's confusing to me too, man.
Yeah, I'm confused too. We're confused.
He's self-disciplined and kind-hearted and hard-working and all this other stuff. And then she was like, but my expectations are not being met. So
what does that even mean?
What expectations are we talking about exactly?
I don't know, but it sounds like she was probably pushed like, listen, this is a good guy. You need to go ahead and marry him because he's going to be able to provide for you. He's going to be able to take care of you. And maybe an older person or parents or somebody or friends or whatever might have encouraged her to go ahead and marry this guy. But my question would be, the person, I guess, that's encouraging her, do you know her well enough to understand that she would be okay being in a relationship like that if she doesn't have certain things? Are her expectations something that's realistic?
Still is a possibility, but most likely, no.
He might be good for her, but is she good for him? Can she adapt? Can she grow?
Well, she obviously ain't good for him because she's getting divorced.
I don't know.
So obviously not good for him because she low-key wasted his time and is gonna tag him with a crap ton of damage. For those of you who don't know, and I don't have the stat here, but people who get divorced have a significantly higher rate of self-deletion than people who are married, and I believe people who are single. So it's a rough road. Going through that. And he's a great guy.
Because I'm 32 years old, I am a mom of 3.
And you can't be serious.
Okay, so they got married she got married when she was 22. Okay. And they got 3 kids.
And that adds context.
Yeah, that does. That's a rough one in the sense that you may not have come into your own or really understand who you are or what you want at that age. So there's that. I wonder what the age difference is between the two of them, her and her husband. That would be interesting to know as well. But then it's just like, okay, but now you have 3 kids.
It's not just about you.
That part.
I really want to know what her expectations are. What are the expectations that are not being met? That's what I'm curious. Does she ever say what it is?
And I still don't know who I am.
What the fuck is she talking about? Sound like to me you just want to be a hoe.
Why we gotta go there? Why it always gotta be like that? No, it's not that. She literally just said what it was. She doesn't know who she is.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
She has not identified or figured out her purpose in life.
I think here's the problem with American culture. Marriage for love has been around for about
a couple thousand years.
Not even.
No, actually no.
Marriage for love has been around for about 2% of known human history. The other 98% of it, we weren't marrying for love. You wouldn't just leave somebody because you don't feel like it no more. Because at the end of the day, that's what she's saying.
You're selfish.
For people who wonder, we just shot a video, similar video, why men don't want to get married. Exhibit A. This is why. Because we now have a society where how you feel counts so much towards you making life-altering decisions for your entire family. Now, one of your number one reasons for destroying a family is because I feel like it right now.
That is ridiculous.
And the sucky part is it ain't got nothing to do with him. If there's infidelity, if there are other things going on, I understand those things.
Right.
So I did a little bit of looking up into the divorce stats. Lack of commitment is now the number one reason why people get divorced. And it's not irreconcilable differences. I've heard people say irreconcilable differences, but that's not what lack of commitment actually is, right? Lack of commitment is an unwillingness or inability to dedicate yourself to a long-term relationship or to take necessary steps for its progression. This can be due to various factors like fear of intimacy or past hurts. For everybody who say a past is just a past.
Got you.
Well,
That actually ties into the number one reason for divorce. So your past is not just a past.
it matters
It does matter.
a lot.
A focus on an individual's resistance or struggle with dedication and actions required for building and maintaining a lasting relationship. It can lead to stagnation, uncertainty, and ultimately the failure of a relationship if not addressed. They actually have examples of what it looks like if this is coming up in your relationship. So if the person is avoiding future planning or discussions about the relationship's future, red flag. Inconsistent behavior, flakiness or unreliability, red flag. Difficulty with emotional vulnerability and sharing deep thoughts.
Red flag.
I'm gonna say orange flag. I'm gonna say orange because we've gone over recently the difference in the biological connections between a man's emotions and a woman. There are biological reasons in your brain why men and women do not have the same level of emotional intelligence. Men don't even have the connections in their brains between the things that's going on in the real world and the information they're taking in and their emotions to have the same understanding of why they feel what they feel as a woman does. They're not even supposed to, because all of this is connected to child rearing and the various roles that men and women have in society and in families for the progression of our species. There are biological markers that extend far beyond what you feel and your ideal of love and what you want in your life, because our biology doesn't care about how you feel.
Sure don't.
I'm gonna say orange flag. I think that in today's society, we live in a comfortable enough society where men can afford to understand their emotions a little better. We can take a little bit more time to get to know them a little bit better in today's society. But to think that it'll ever be on par with a woman's ability to do the exact same thing is delusional. We don't even biologically have the same wiring in our brain to be able to think like y'all do. And we're not supposed to.
Right.
Because if we thought like y'all do, we would lose every freaking war. Could you imagine a man being emotionally connected to some of the crap that men have to do?
Hell to the no.
No.
We are not supposed to be the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, didn't want to go down a tangent. That was just me. So lack of commitment is actually the number one reason why people get divorced nowadays. And she's showing a lot of those signs. Like she doesn't have the desire to push through the relationship despite how she's feeling in the moment. And sometimes, y'all, that moment can last for years.
Wow, that's messed up.
Look at Michelle and Barack. Now, I'm not saying that they're the ideal couple, but like she talked about how she went 10 years and was pissed off at him. Mind you, she was mad because he wasn't pulling the same load within the household while he was running the country. And so it's like, what the?
No, this was before he was president, I thought.
I thought it was the 10 years that she was in the White House. Like she was pissed at him.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Or it could have been while
it
could have been while he was building his career to get to the presidency. But I don't think it got any better when he got there because she talks all the time about how she hated it.
Yeah.
So
I think it was before because I think she was talking about like with the kids.
So, but when they got there, the kids were still young. Even if she's counting the time building up to him being president and then him being president, you're talking about a person who is building himself up to be and then being the person person who ran the country, he probably not gonna be there. Nope. Like, here's the thing, and this is not gonna be for most of us, but for women to have an understanding. If you're dating a guy whose entire life is built around being immensely successful, not nominally successful, like most of the people we know. I know a few that make 6 figures, but ain't nobody I know near $500,000 a year.
Right.
No, I know one, maybe 2. And I'm not saying close. I'm just talking about somebody that I know, right? If you're with a guy who's on a level of success or trajectory of that level, they're not always going to be sitting in a boardroom to make decisions. Why? They have no personal time. Yes, there are deals being made on a golf course because their personal time and their recreation time sometimes has to also be their business time because there is no personal or recreational time.
Right.
Which means they're not going to do normal things. Normal things is we need to split the housework. Yes. That's normies. That's what we do. We split the housework. Yep. That's regular people.
I'm just a normal guy with magic hands.
Yep. All of us. If you with somebody exceptional, that ain't how your relationship gonna look. You might as well get it in your head that it ain't gonna be, it's gonna be different or go somewhere else. Irreconcilable differences are fundamental and unresolved disagreements or conflicts between partners that cannot be overcome, leading to a breakdown of the relationship. This can often serve as a legal basis for no-fault divorce. So that's where the irreconcilable differences thing comes from. It's a term that they use in no-fault divorces specifically. But for those of you who may be coming across us for the first time, for you to be divorcing your husband, where most likely none of your children are 13 or above, they still need that intact home. And for you to be breaking it up because you haven't found yourself is one of the most selfish things that I could ever think of because of the irreparable damage that you cause children by breaking up a family. It better be a good behind reason for you to break them up. If the man cheated on you, he destroyed the family. I'm cool with that.
Makes sense.
Even Jesus was like, you hard-headed people get on my last nerve. But if he cheat on you, though, you shouldn't. But I let it ride, though, because I understand how that could just be a lie. Ain't too many people going to be able to ever get over that. I understand.
I get it.
Y'all get on my last nerve. How many of y'all betrayed me and the Father? Y'all betrayed me. Oh, you know what? I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not going to get into it. Just go. Okay, fine. That's that. Y'all, I'll give y'all that one. Oh, what I was going to say before. This is what I forgot. Guess what, y'all? You can be 40 and never find yourself.
Yes, that's true.
If you think that that's a good reason for you to not get married or make your marriage work,
this is true.
You went for a rude awakening.
Yep.
A lot of people die having never found themselves.
AKA purpose.
Most people have no clue what purpose is.
That is also true, yes.
Of all the people that I know in my life, most people skirt past purpose because they're not using their gifts in anything. They're just working jobs to survive. And I mean 90% or more. But yet, I can't say that 90% of the people I know don't have good marriages, don't have good families, are not finding some type of solace, at least in that family that they're building for the fact that they're missing purpose. There is nothing that replaces purpose, but marriage and purpose are not synonymous. And if you're waiting for you to find purpose to get married, you might never get married. It don't come easy to everybody because most people have not sat down and really even thought about how to find purpose.
Right.
I'm stopping because I'm obviously very chatty today, so I need to shut up. I'm obviously very chatty.
Well, if you guys made it this far, go ahead and let us know what you think. Drop your comments down below, okay? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button, turn your post notifications, and give us a thumbs up, all right? It really helps with the algorithm. It tells YouTube that you appreciate what we're putting down.
What we're putting down?
Hey, everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we could really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Press the off button.